ravaged China. A nation drowns in grief when nature strikes without mercy. China, morning of July 19th, 2025. What began as soft summer rain has turned into a 4-day nightmare. The sky hasn't rested. Eastern and central China are drowning under a relentless assault of water, a storm that refuses to let go. Provinces like Anhui, Hubei, and Jiangsu are gasping for breath. Flooded streets have erased boundaries between city and river. Subways are submerged, highways gone, buses abandoned mid-route. Entire neighborhoods have been swallowed in silence. Families fled with nothing but soaked clothes and shaking hands. What once sounded like a lullaby, the tapping of rain, has become a merciless roar, crashing through windows, crushing homes, and washing away the world people once knew. As of this morning, at least 4 are dead, 2 missing, and nearly 3,000 left homeless. Each number hides a story. A mother who couldn't carry both children, a grandfather who didn't make it out of the basement in time, a child still waiting for rescue, clutching a stuffed toy in the rain. Footage floods Chinese social media. Elderly people curled up on concrete floors, shivering. Children sobbing in silence, their eyes blank, their worlds gone. Mothers holding wet passports and wedding photos and shaking hands. No food, no power, no hope, except for one another. In Huangshan, over 500 millimeters of rain turned basements into tombs. In Wuhan, a wall collapsed on a car, crushing life in an instant. Suzhou recorded the highest rainfall in 85 years, over 400 millimeters in one day. Within hours, 87 roads, 38 buildings, all underwater. Vehicles floated past lampposts, homes bent and cracked like paper. In Yichang, 2 lives nearly lost in a landslide. Buried alive, then pulled back from death by rescuers who refused to give up. But not every life can be saved. Evacuation orders blared through villages and cities. But for many, it was already too late. Bridges vanished, roads crumbled, helicopters couldn't land, boats couldn't reach them. Train services halted from Shanghai to Nanjing to Wuhan. China paused and watched itself drown. I grabbed my child and ran. I didn't even take shoes. Our home, our life, my memories, gone. Liwa, 47, from Manshan, breaking down in tears in a crowded shelter. In the countryside, silence replaced morning sounds. No birds, no barking dogs, just water and death. Thousands of farm animals, cows, chickens, ducks, drowned overnight. Farms turned into endless, muddy lakes. Fields that once promised food now reflect only the gray sky above. For farmers, it wasn't just land that was lost. It was generations of dreams washed away in a single storm. By sunrise, over 7,000 people had been evacuated, but nearly 3,000 still have no place to go. 650 buildings destroyed, factories halted, schools shut down, towns stand frozen, waterlogged and waiting. The Ministry of Emergency Management activated its highest level storm alert. Thousands of emergency workers rushed to help, but even they, despite courage and will, couldn't reach every cry for help. 400 national park routes closed, 39 passenger ships suspended. Even nature had to stop, overwhelmed by itself. In a national address, President Xi Jinping admitted, some of these deaths could have been prevented. We must forecast better, respond faster, and never let this happen again. He called for immediate evacuation protocols, relief funding, shelter construction, and aid for every affected family. According to the China Meteorological Administration, Huangshan, 409 millimeters, Bengbu, 411 Wuhu, 376 millimeters, Hefei, 340, and more is coming. Up to 300 millimeters expected in southern mountains in the next 48 hours. Landslides are likely, collapse is possible, and the ground, already soaked, can't hold much longer. Experts blame poor drainage, unregulated hillside construction, and years of neglect. This wasn't just nature's fury, it was human failure. We cannot stop the rain, but we can stop the deaths, said one Chinese disaster response expert, holding back tears. Today, China did not just lose homes. It lost peace, it lost safety. It lost faith that the ground underfoot will stay dry when the skies darken. The rain will end. The pain will linger. In children's nightmares, in empty beds, in photos that float through the streets, waiting for someone to remember them. Nature roared again, and humanity paid the price. Deadly floods ravaged China. Please watch the full report here. Let the world know. Let the world care.
Safety, hope, those take longer to return if they return at all. Storm after storm, the cycle repeats. Each time, families have less to lose and more to fear. Children's laughter has turned to silence. Emergency drills are now daily rituals, and parents tuck their children in not with bedtime stories, but with evacuation plans. Experts call it climate crisis. Survivors call it life now. In the backdrop of each flood, a bigger storm brews, one of broken systems, delayed responses, and communities forced to fend for themselves. If these cries go unheard, the next flood won't just drown towns, it will wash away the last fragments of faith people have left. Because for many, the question is no longer if disaster will strike again. It's when. And will anyone come in time?
अल्लाह खैर करे जी दुबई गिर गई देखो मोबाइल लेकर फेंकस लगे